guys, and welcome back to Teacher's Corner.
What you doing, Chelsea?
Elliot, you scared me. I was just about to teach the boys and girls out there how to do this awesome watercolor technique that I just learned.
Really? What's it called?
It's called wet on wet watercolor painting.
That sounds fascinating. I want
to learn. Elliot, all right, I want you to use your listening ears, and I want you to pay close attention, and I promise you will learn.
I have big ears, so that'll be no problem.
First, you'll need to get out a clean paintbrush. Then you can get out your watercolor paints. Next, you'll need a clean glass of water and some sort of paper to paint on.
Elliot, where did you go? What?
I said I'm right here, and I have all my materials ready.
I see that, and I'm so happy you do, but we're not even in the right environment to do watercolor painting.
You're right. The Innovation Studio is no place for watercolor.
So, boys and girls, remember, if you are watercolor painting, you have to be in an environment where it's okay to have water and paint. So we're going to have to move somewhere else.
Chelsea? Chelsea? Where'd you go? How'd you do that?
Oh, I forgot my stuff. Much better. So, now I have my paintbrush, I have my water, I have my paints, and I have my paper. So, the first thing you need to do is get your paintbrush wet. So I'm gonna dab it in the water, and then to do wet on wet watercolor painting, you're gonna take your clean wet brush and you're going to put the water on your clean piece of paper. See how I'm getting it nice and wet? Then you're going to choose a color. I think I'm going to do blue today. So you're going to get your paint wet and then run it over the area that's wet. Now see how the water takes in the paint. So I'm going to put more water down. And the water takes the paint and it's very fluid. So I'm going to get my paper more wet. And then I think I'm going to do pink. So I'll get my paint wet. And the very cool thing about this technique is that the paint will only go where the paper is wet, which is very nice. But I want the paint all over this side of the page, so I'm going to continue making it very wet. And you can do spots, and if the paper dries, that's okay. You just put more clean water on it. It will make the painting just blend very nicely together. So I'll do drops of pink. You can see they're kind of like starbursts. They just kind of move across the page. And you will get different results with different types of paper. This is just sketchbook paper. If you use watercolor paper, you will get a much better reaction from the paper and the paint. But I do not have watercolor paper at the moment, so this is the type of reaction you get using sketchbook paper. So that is how you do the wet on wet watercolor painting technique. It's a very fun, very easy way to watercolor. Very therapeutic.
With some practice, you can create beautiful works of art, just like the artist Marty Green did with these paintings.
Elliot, what's wrong?
You left me. You took all your supplies, too.
I'm sorry, but you knew I couldn't go do watercolor painting in here.
But you know I couldn't teleport. You knew that.
Elliot,
What?
I'm sorry, but look what I made. Isn't
Well,
this
it is
beautiful?
beautiful? Yeah.
This is what wet on wet watercolor painting does.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It is cool. It's very cool.
Frame it now. Gallery or something.
Maybe. But right now we have to get going.
You just got back.
I know. Oh yeah. Wait.
What?
Aren't you gonna say goodbye to everybody?
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, boys and girls, for tuning in to Teacher's Corner. I'll see you next time.